biology classes. Today we are going to discuss the topic biological classification. Before starting with the details, what we are going to discuss in this chapter, let's know those topics. First of all, we will know what is biological classification, what are the types of classification, and then we will switch on to the class Monera, kingdom Monera. Let's start with the definition. Under the definition of biological classification, it's given the process of identification of differences among organisms, identification of differences among organisms, and then placing them into groups that reflect their most significant features and relationship. So what we are going to do under biological classification, we are going to define organisms on the basis of their characteristics and their relationships. Next comes, we are having two types of classifications. First one is artificial classification, second one is biological classification. What is artificial classification? Under artificial classification, the plants were classified on the basis of one or two characteristics only. Morphological characters, only one or two. But in biological classification, plants are classified on the basis of all of their morphological characters. So it clearly shows that biological classification is the one that is the best suited. Next comes, natural classification was proposed by which scientist? It was proposed by Schimper in 1879 and followed by Eichler in 1833. Then came many types of classifications. Many scientists came and classified plants as per their own understanding, as per their own knowledge. But finally, the one which is accepted today is the one that was proposed by R.H. Whittaker in 1969. R.H. Whittaker, how he classified the organisms? He classified on the basis of three categories. These three categories are complexity of cell. Okay, what is complexity of cell? Whether the cell is eukaryotic or prokaryotic. Second one is complexity of organism. What is this? Under this, organisms were classified on the basis of unicellular, acellular, multicellular on this criteria. Next one is nutrition. Under nutrition, the type of nutrition, whether it is autotrophic, heterotrophic, holotropic, or anyone. So on the basis of these three categories, R.H. Whittaker classified organisms under the category of biological classification. Now, 5 kingdoms are classified by Whittaker. These are kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. Today we are going to discuss about kingdom Monera. So let's start with the characteristics of kingdom Monera. First one, these are prokaryotes and unicellular organisms. All the prokaryotic organisms comes under kingdom Monera. Other kingdoms have eukaryotic organisms. Next is genetic material. Genetic material of Monera is naked circular DNA. Ribosomes of this category are 70S. The sap vacuoles in kingdom Monera are absent. Nuclear membrane is also absent. Then comes mode of nutrition. What is the mode of nutrition? The mode of nutrition is two types. One is autotrophic and one is heterotrophic. Under autotrophic it comes whether it can be chemosynthetic or photosynthetic. Under heterotrophic it can be saprophytic as well as parasitic. Then comes, these organisms are non-motile or they move by beating of simple flagella. Beating of flagella. This flagella is composed of many intertwined chains of a protein that is called flagellum. So this flagella under the kingdom Monera is made up of flagellum. Then comes type of reproduction. The type of reproduction is asexual. That is, it can be by binary fission or by budding. So these are the basic characteristics characteristics that are possessed by a Monera. Then comes the examples. Underneath the Monera, we are having bacteria, Actinomycetes, cyanobacteria and mycoplasma. So let's take few examples. First one we are going to take is bacteria. Under bacteria we are having Archaebacteria. They are very special type of bacteria. Special as they are very special type of bacteria. Why these are special? Because they live in some of the most harsh habitats. These are the bacteria that live under some of the most harsh habitats. What are these most harsh habitats? Like extreme salty areas. Just note down all these points, students. Extreme salty areas, these are called halophiles. Then comes hot springs. These are called thermoacidophiles. Then comes marshy areas. These are called methanogens. So these are the extreme conditions, these are the harsh conditions under which these bacteria are alive. So one more thing is that these bacteria have a very different cell structure. Due to this different cell structure only, they are able to be alive during these harsh conditions. Next, let us take the example of eubacteria. I guess most of you know that eubacteria is also known as eubacteria. Eubacteria is also known as true bacteria and cyanobacteria. Example of eubacteria is cyanobacteria. Look students, under this chapter what you have to do is you have to learn all the characteristics of each and every kingdom. So these are the characteristics. You have to learn the examples of the organisms that come under each and every kingdom and the properties, the characteristics of those examples as well. So eubacteria is a cyanobacteria example. They are having presence of rigid cell wall, and if they are mobile, then they have a flagellum also. Now talks about cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria is also known as blue-green algae. Why they are called blue-green algae? Because green. Why they are calling green? Because they have chlorophyll A. Do you know what is chlorophyll A? I know this. Every one of you know what is chlorophyll A. It is the chlorophyll which is similar to examples that come under kingdom Monera. Now comes mycoplasma. They lack cell wall. They are smallest living cells. Keep noting down all these properties, all these characteristics. Okay? You have to note down each and every characteristic. They can survive without oxygen. Now, mycoplasma causes many diseases. Let's have a look at 2 or 3 diseases that they cause. First one is under mycoplasma comes Mycoplasma hominis. It is the causing agent for pleural pneumonia. Next is Mycoplasma mycoides. It is the causing agent for the disease pneumonia in cattle. Next comes the example of Mycoplasma bovigenitulum. Look at the name. It's saying genitulum. Okay, so what does this genitulum indicate? This is genitulum. It causes inflammation of genitals in animals. The name itself is suggesting the disease. Okay, so this was all about the few examples that come under Monera. Now let's make a chart. I'm going to make a chart here for the classification of bacteria, for the types of bacteria based on shape and flagella. Types of bacteria, just note down. Based on shape and flagella. Okay, so we are going to have we can call it flagellation. So first one we are going to have based on shape. Based on shape, bacteria are classified into coccus, bacillus, vitrio, and the last one is spirillum. Next is based on flagellation. Okay, based on flagellation we are going to classify, we are going to have various types. There are many, so these are atrichus. What is atrichus? Flagella is absent. Next is monotrichus. at one single end. Okay. Next comes amphitrichus. Single flagella is present at each end. Then comes peritrichus. In this, flagella are present all over the body. So these are a few examples of the bacteria based on their shape and flagellation. So this was all about this chapter. In this chapter we have studied about the types of classification, the categories based on which Whittaker classified plants. Then we discussed about the basic characteristics of kingdom Monera. We learned about few examples of bacteria and mycoplasma. In your next class, we are going to study